some of the regressive races that are here and that have been in other places in the galaxy were sucked in through that time hole, and they're literally out of their own time. And the idea is to round them up and literally say, okay, we are either going to take care of you here and now, or you're going to be allowed to go back through that hole. Because it opens on that day.
So that's 60 years, is it 60 years? Is that what that is?
I believe it's 60-something years.
Was it on August the 12th?
Oh yeah, August the 12th.
So it's 2 days.
Yep. So when that hole opens, they're going to have the opportunity to go back to their time, to where they belong. Okay? And the hope is that they'll do it, and the thought is that they actually will do it. Once that hole closes, there are apparently galactic races that have been recruited from outside our galaxy who know how to fix it. And they're already here, apparently. And as soon as that hole closes, they're going to seal it forever, so that it never happens again. It doesn't open again. Because it didn't cause problems just for us. It caused problems for everybody. Everybody. Because it created a bridge between two different times.
So what will we experience on that?
That's a great question. That's a really, really great question. And Marilyn, I have absolutely no idea. I have absolutely no idea. All I can tell you is that unless I hear otherwise, I will be taking that day off of work. If it's been postponed, I'll go to work. If I haven't heard any change in the schedule, I will be not going to work that day. It's a sick day. Apparently.
Now, is there any correlation between this event and the approaching of Planet X?
That's a great question, too. Planet X. 2 years ago, and I'm on the record as putting this on the website, the Nibiruan, a portion of the Nibiruan family, the Enki line, approached the Andromedan Council and asked for permission to enter our solar system to retrieve mining equipment, okay, and other materials that they had left behind when they left here. There was a considerable amount of debate. The Andromedan civilization itself was staunchly against it because the Nibiruans are not known for keeping their word. Okay? However, the Andromedan Council itself ruled, okay, we will allow them in. And they are in fact coming. Now, what is coming is not a planet. It is in fact an intelligently guided planetary-sized craft. Okay? It can maneuver, it can change direction, it can come and go anywhere it wants. All right? It is not in an orbit, like we've been taught. Okay? It is not.
So if it's a spaceship,
it is a spaceship. It's just a very big one.
it's not gonna.
Well, it can hurt us. You know, if it comes too close to too close to us, its field will in fact cause a lot of problems here. But at the same time, what?
Is it as big as they say? 4 times as big as...
Oh yeah, sure. Oh yeah. There are motherships. The Andromedans have told me of races that have mother craft from the Andromedan galaxy that are twice the size of Jupiter, that house over 1 billion beings on it. That's amazing. I can't imagine being stuck with the same people. Well, let me just finish with the Nibiru thing. Okay? So they're coming. What's going to happen? I have no idea. I can honestly tell you this, though. The Andromedans expect them to not keep their word, to just do, to just pick up their mining materials. Okay? Much of that mining materials are in the rings of Saturn, for the record. Okay? And Mikey, I know, will address that issue, because he's got some information he wants to share from his own sources. Okay? So, another question? A couple more questions, and then we're going to stop.
Are they regressives?
It's entirely up to you, Mike. It's your gig.
You said the removal of all regressives.
Regressives.
Does that mean hybrids, etc.?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Now, let's talk. That's a great, you made me think of something that I hadn't put in there. Okay, now exactly what is a regressive? How do they know who is a regressive extraterrestrial or hybrid? Okay? The Andromedans monitor when they start, and they come in, send in their teams to start studying a planet, a race, for induction, for mentoring. What they do is they monitor their chains of thoughts. Okay? And it is by their chains of thoughts that they can tell who's evolved, who's regressive, who's benevolent, who's empathetic, etc., 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 by the chains of thoughts. They have technology that literally, it's not like it's more than just a picture of a brainwave. Okay? It's like a photocopier. Okay, it literally, you take a brainwave and creates a picture of an intent and of a thought. And if they see a chain of thought that's very regressive, they're marked. And they know exactly where they are and who they are on this planet. They know exactly.
There's regressive.
You know, and they're not the only ones. There are other races that are part of the council. You know, there's 38 different races in our solar system and just outside of it right now. Okay, and they're all sharing data. And they're just waiting to find out what's going to happen here, to get to go.
Would the regressives include humans who are regressive too?
Yes, yes it would. Absolutely. Uh-huh.
So it's not anything to do with your percentage reptilian or anything else. It's a lot of other things. Like
It's a lot of other things.
Like a Hitler would be
But
considered a regressive.
He would be considered aggressive, but is he a walk-in? If he's not a walk-in, he stays. We'll have to deal with him. If he's a walk-in, he's out of here. Okay, because he's not the soul. He is not the birth soul. Okay? Okay, are we all clear on that? What's that? Many of them are walk-ins. You know? Many of them are walk-ins. Yep. There is one family, and I've been told not to say because it would get me in a lot of trouble, but I'm going to tell you the circumstances. There is one family where the children are birthed of a line, okay, and when the child reaches 3 years of age, the exchange takes place. Yes. Now, this same family, okay, is basically used as a carrier. They're not the actual genetic lineage, but they have been propped up to be the genetic lineage.
Wouldn't start with a B, would it?
Do you follow what I'm saying? Okay.
Wow.
So they're not actual lineage, but they've been assumed to be?
They've been propped up to be the actual lineage because that's the lineage that this particular race has chosen to walk into.
Been used for breeding purposes.
Breeding purposes. Thank you. I just didn't want to come right out and say that. It gives me the creeps.
Some of the Illuminati will be removed, some will not be removed.
The walk-ins will be removed. The actual alien genetics beings will be removed. If they are in fact true Terrans and they're just sons of bitches, we're stuck with them. Okay? Because that's our race. The fact that they have a mental psychosis is not a problem that the extraterrestrials, that the Andromeda Council wants to deal with. You know, we need to deal with that. We need to take responsibility for our own race. Okay? And again, it goes back to the traditions. Okay? The actions of an individual are a reflection on the clan and the species. Okay? And that's what they live by. You know, and there's going to be a big curve, learning curve for us. Big. If this all goes down the way it might go down. I honestly don't know. You know? Yes, Sandy.
Have they already
Okay, Michael,
got
couple minutes.
people marked? I mean, some way that they've got them. Are they already studying the regressives from the ones that are going to stay? Is there going to be some sort of a mark on people?
Yes, it has.
And it's already taking place?
Yes. It
Okay.
hasn't already taken place. But they know exactly who
Okay.
is leaving, and they know exactly where they are.
but there isn't a mark that somehow...
Like what kind of a mark? They don't need a mark or anything like that. They got the brain waves.
Yeah, okay.
They've got their chain